Hello YouTube, Infinite Magicraid community, Gandalf here. We are again going to be looking at War of Thrones. It is day 3 of the event, and there's mixed feedback about this content. Um, Here's what I'm gonna say. For those of you who feel like, oh, this is just more whale kraken event, it's PvP, but that is also pretty much true for every single gacha game out there, right? Like all of these are commercial games, right? They're not non-for-profit organizations. I think it's just the monetization is a little bit different in every game. And by no means am I just defending this game in particular. I mean, it's just the reality of things, right? I think as anybody who's spending into these games, there's a general expectation the more they spend in their account, they expect it to be stronger. Now imagine if a free-to-play comes in and just smacks everyone around. Well, we do have the, fair play arena for that content, right? But if you don't want to play a game where it's pay to win, there's tons of strategy games like MOBAs out there. You're welcome to play those, and you just need to have the skills, right? What you pay is for skins in those games. Here, it's still you kind of pay to win, right? It's just to a magnitude. I think it's like what I would say is your knowledge of the game multiplies the amount you spend. Don't expect to spend nothing, and with all the game's knowledge in the world, you'll win. But what I can say is you can spend some with really good game knowledge. You can probably beat someone who spends maybe 2 to 3 times of you who probably don't know what they're doing. So that's the purpose of my channel. So for those of you who still haven't figured it out yet, the guide to mastering the game is to get the most out of your investment, and so that's my value proposition to you guys. So so let's talk about this game content in terms of, hey, what's the best way about it? How do I beat people that are winning you? There's a few small details in here that maybe people haven't realized yet. First of all, um, if you're attacking other people and you have a certain amount of win streaks, what you see right away is you will you will see that your name actually no longer looks hidden. Okay, so I am looking at near end of the day now. I'm right. Guild members are green. Okay, people who are winning streak are red. So they're revealed. So if you're doing your attacks early and you get a lot of win streak, people are gonna know where you are. And if you're a weak player, like you can check where they rank, right? To get a general, and their player level should give you a general indication. So this is not like random matching. This is not like you strategically can wait till near end of the day, right? What you can do is try to avoid the people who have a win streak and try to go for people who haven't gotten a win streak yet. So let's just say, I'm a noob and, I want to kind of just pick someone who hasn't been revealed yet. Now, note, as the clusters get smaller, you will have allies in here, but we're still early in the game. Like here, I see Atman, the only person in my guild. Ideally, you want your guild to be progressing forward, right? So you shouldn't on purpose try to beat up people from your own guild, okay? And I'm just going to randomly attack someone here. Here's the other thing. People are like, oh my God, I wish I could move the teams around. This is a stupid setup for me. It's not, okay? They have implemented a way that is using the championship logic. So you no longer have the ability to simply, move your teams around so that your team will beat, you know, a specific team and avoid the counters of that team. If you notice my battle, there's actually 9 grids, okay? And if you look in detail, every team is matched up against every other team. So yeah, I just clobbered this guy 9-0, but that's not the point, right? So if you want to flex, okay, if you want to flex, okay, you can be the first one out of the group and you can try to, go to top the rank. So what I did in the first couple of days is I rush out of the way and I revealed myself with a whole bunch of streaks. I finished the first and second day like top in my division. But now I'm just like, eh, there's no real reward to that. I can wait till near the end of the day. And here's a couple of things when you notice this. Last time I talked about merit points, right? So merit is what you earn with your guild together. Everyone's contributing. Looks like pretty much everybody in the guild is mostly winning. And I think on day 3 you start getting a little bit more rewards than just the five. So originally I thought you can only get like 40 points per day, which will be really sad. I think now you get more contribution per win. Um, so the other part is I forgot to talk about the other day is first promotion rewards. So first time you get promoted in the season, you will get nice rewards. So when you get to Emperor, you're guaranteed a rune selection chest. You do get a legendary blessing along the way. It's not that bad, right? When you settle the season, okay, if you make it to Emperor, and we don't know yet how hard is it to get to Emperor, but getting three selection chests seems pretty decent. Of course, we're still very early right now. I think we're only in the Baron stage, right? So if we look at the rewards, we're still very early. We're day 3. So every day, your goal is to get promoted, and you need to be in the top of the pack. Now, one thing I know people will complain about is the season effect right now. All right. So every epic aura increases the damage, and if an ally is equipped with aura, increase all the HP cap by 2% for every star that's owned. And then for all attribute above the ally by 5% for every star of the aura owned. Okay, so raw stat wise for every star. Okay, so you could have 25 stars. 25 stars times 5. I I think it's only on a team, so it's like 125% of your boost. I don't think it's across the 5 teams, so it's not going to be 600 times the boost. I hope it's not, because that's kind of absurd. But on a particular team, right, then you get extra damage. Yeah, it does give a buff. Um, yes, the aura does give even more buff to separate everybody apart. But again, we're talking about, the same investment level accounts. You having the right strategy in place should be able to beat others. So what does that mean when it comes to setting up your lineups? All right. Now that we understand every matchup has to beat every single team, you need to make sure your teams are really well rounded, right? Um, this team is really weak to control. So ways of avoiding it is simply, having something like fake revival will be a good pair up for this team. This is a really slow team that's gonna, eat a lot of damage, and sometimes maybe like in theory, like if you don't have Donald, right, or Agatha, I would actually put in things like Quinlan, and I will put in things like Mamook, right? And what I'm really using is I'm going to do strength buildup. I don't care if I don't do a lot of damage up front. This is a team that's tanky, that's going to take a beating, and I'm just going to ramp my damage to a point where my Henga just kills everything, right? I could build around a Henga and just survive until I build up and nuke everybody, right? Here, I am using Rugged Tenacity. So this again is a team that probably, if I get outsped, or I'm gonna have a little bit of issue. So this is kind of your well-balanced, your Space Panda setup. I can kind of, get away with that a little bit by having Rugged Tenacity, making it a little bit more reliable, right? And here again is a heavy control team, but I don't have enough DPS. So what do? I sacrifice my Rumble, which is going to freeze everybody, allow me to put them into the permafreeze setup, and then I boost the damage for my Jingle Bell that way, right? And the last team, I am using Well-Built Physique. The idea is I'm giving extra survivability to this entire team. I don't care, because it doesn't matter if Indra does 200 mil or 20 mil or 10 mil. The target's going to die every single time he hits somebody. So you can see there is strategy in this in terms of how you think about your team comp. And each of these team comp, like, yes, they do have weakness, but you try to round them out so that in the grand scheme of things, you have to think about it's going to be like championship finals where 5 versus 5. For a lot of players that haven't really experienced that, because you don't, I mean, only 64 players make it to championship every. I get okay, fine. There's more if you're in the other divisions, but for seasoned players, if you never made a championship, you probably aren't used to this type of thinking because you aren't allowed to adjust your team around. Your team has to match up against every other team, making a very fair battle and also making, your thought process a lot quicker. You know, you fight somebody and you just have to skip, right? And here you see, oh well, okay, I just clobber somebody else. Let's go pick someone harder. Not gonna attack Atman here. Let's find, is Dark Proxy somewhere? Oh, can I zoom in? Yeah, zoom in. You can actually find the people's name, right? So here, Jim looks strong. Jim is level 100. He's ranked 5 right now. Let's go attack Jim. All right. Not really much thinking involved here, but you can see this is close, right? My team still won, um, 6-3, right? Because here I had to, go. I couldn't beat his first team. Maybe it's a speed issue, maybe whatever, right? Or I killed something and, focus allowed him to go faster. Not sure what happened there. Second team, I can't beat his first team because it's designed to kill this, right? But it's strong enough to beat everybody else. My last team, um, you can push me back once, but um, once space goes, I'm still going to be faster, right? So I will win with the space on this one. The space boost on the Whistler is going to be faster than what your Big Jack can do, right? Because Big Jack can't be speed turn meter boosted. And then likewise again, Panda allowing me to take out the control team. So really, it's about having a really solid and balanced team across the board. We'll pick on I mean, I don't mean to pick on people, but I mean, let's just go. Where's Pickle? Do I see anybody up here? We saw Jim already. There's Pickle. Let's give Pickle a try. All right, Pickle. And there you go. Won all of them. Who else at the top? I haven't seen Dark Proxy yet. But like I was saying, like if you want to flex to people, start right away. You're gonna get yourself revealed. Everybody can try to beat you, and perhaps you get more points that way, right? Or you can wait until the end of the day. Oh, here's number 4, Bull's Power guy. Um, let's see how we do. Okay, we lost one. We won all other 8. Um, um, let's see. I know he's really strong. Let's see how we do against him. I hope I win. Okay. All right, so maybe I didn't intend to actually flex in this video. It just happened that I'm winning. But there you go. I'll show my lineup one more time, show the buff, so you kind of get a sense of strategy. I know everyone's new to this, so hopefully, by watching my videos, when new content comes out, you're getting the advantage. All right, that's my promise to you guys. All right, we'll do one last one, and we'll call it at the end of it. And here we go. Another 9-0 win. All right, hope you enjoy the content. The reward's definitely decent. We'll probably post one in another few days once the competition gets tighter and get more competitive. But there you go. Gandalf is pushing his way to the top in our division, and feel free to feed me some wins when you see me. So I'll catch you guys next time. Gandalf out.